tomorrow's sons would remember yesterday's pioneers.
"77 years ago, this track was built for America's greatest stock car leagues it could offer. And now, 77 years later, deep in Wilkes County, North Carolina, these drivers, these cars, these brand new shiny models, the next gen car, the Gen 7, will take its first crack at this track in the AAPCS. Today is the All-Star Open with 20 cars in the field, 16 already locked in with their wins and championships, so you must be successful in this series in order to lock yourself in. Now let's go ahead and take a look at your drivers to watch for. Bubba Wallace, he likes his chances to make it into this event. He's starting on pole. He was the highest qualifier of the drivers that were not yet locked in to the main event, so look for him to possibly win the first stage of this race and get himself locked in early with his teammate Kurt Busch. And right down the line, just a little bit, Ross Chastain, the Watermelon Man, Mr. Aggressive himself, is going to be aggressive just to get into this main event. He could win the fan vote, or he could just simply win his way in through one of the three stages. And a little bit farther down the line is the Rick Ware machine of Ryan Preece. He was surprisingly strong in practice earlier this weekend, and look for him to possibly make a run up front. Although he lacked a lot of pace in qualifying, he may be able to put some of that practice speed into today's race. And as the drivers start to roll off here, let's get to your starting lineup. Bubba Wallace on pole for the All-Star Open with Chase Briscoe right to his outside in row number 1. And in row number 2, we have Justin Haley and Harrison Burton making up row number 2, and Ross Chastain, the Watermelon Man, next to that boy Eric Jones in the 43 machine. Chris Buescher, one of the underdogs, one of the favorites here today, to the inside of Austin Cindric in row number 4. And Michael McDowell, the Daytona 500 winner of 2021, to the inside of Corey LaJoie. And as the rest of the field will be going by on your screen, Ricky Stenhouse Jr. was not able to get lined up on the field, so he will be starting from the pits. So we'll have to wait and see how he'll be able to make his way up through the field. And here are your race facts. Wallace is on pole. Winner of each stage goes to the feature 4 lap stages, and only 4 drivers are going to be able to advance. That fourth one being the fan vote winners. The green flag is in the air for Bubba Wallace. It was a great jump for Bubba Wallace on the inside lane. The outside lane did not get going. That's going to be very common here for restarts here at this track. So go down to the turn number 1. Top 3 all single file. Wallace, Haley, and Chastain. Down the front stretch they go. Bubba Wallace is going to maintain this lead as Haley's all over the back bumper. It's just a train for the top 3 now as we're coming up to the white flag in stage number 1. Bubba Wallace trying to hold on to this lead from Justin Haley. Looks like he's going to be able to do it. Haley's not been able to make any sort of move, and it's going to be Bubba Wallace who's going to win stage number 1 and lock himself into the main event. A pretty uneventful first stage, but Bubba Wallace will come out the victor. As you see the choose cone here, Chastain, or the top 3 in the field actually, go down to the inside, with Jones being the first to choose the outside. Haley is going to get a push from Ross Chastain. Jones getting a push from Chase Briscoe. And the green flag back in the air here at the Open. Down the backstretch to go for the first time in stage number 2. Chastain looking to the inside of Eric Jones for that second position. 1 lap completed now. And no, we got a spin. Harrison Burton and Cindric contact in the back. And Harrison Burton goes for a spin hard into the inside wall. Looks like Cindric was to the inside of the 21. It looks like the 21 might have just been tight and hit the wall, bounced off, and was unfortunate for the 2 and the 21. 21 it will be done for the race and will not be able to make the Open. And Cindric going to have a lot of repairs to be made As Chastain, he's chose a different lane this time. He went to the outside. He's going to be lining up right beside Justin Haley on this restart. And the green flag back in the air. Oh, look at Michael McDowell trying to make a move on the outside. He got a great run. He put himself up into third place because of that. And now let's take a look at Justin Haley. He's going to be leading the field. And here comes Chastain. He put the bumper to the 31, and now he's to the inside looking for the lead. Here comes McDowell looking for second now, as he's going to try and chase down the Watermelon Man as the white flag for the stage is in the air. Chastain leads him down the backstretch. What will McDowell do? It looks like he's not going to be able to get to the bumper, and Ross Chastain is going to be able to win stage number 2. That was a very eventful stage number 2, at least the ending was. And we can see the choose cone here. Michael McDowell is going to choose the outside lane here. He used it pretty well on that previous restart. Can he do it again here? He'll be the control car. Green flag back in the air. Look at Dylan making it 3 wide in the back. He put himself up into second place now. All eyes are now on that Love's Travel Stop Ford Mustang of Michael McDowell, as we only have 3 laps to go here in stage number 3, and Dylan's going to look to the inside. He's going to take over the lead. That RCR Chevrolet is taking over the lead once again with 2 more laps to go. Here comes Michael McDowell back on the inside. The crossover move from the 34. What will Austin Dillon do now as they're coming to the white flag here in the final stage, the final moments of the All-Star Open? Austin Dillon trying to look to the inside. McDowell closes the door. Through the final corners, what can Dillon do? He's on the bumper. Up the track goes Michael McDowell. Contact between the 2 leaders, and it's way too close to call. A photo finish at the line for the All-Star Open. Let's take a look here. Side by side, beating and banging. Michael McDowell looks like he may have edged Austin Dillon out, and he has. Look at how close that finish was between the 34 and the 3. One of the closest finishes in AAPCS history. And Michael McDowell has locked himself into the main event. And Chris Buescher is your fan vote winner. And let's take a look at your results here. Bubba Wallace, Ross Chastain, and Michael McDowell, all of the stage winners. Austin Dillon barely missing out on that final spot in the All-Star race. And Chris Buescher, your fan vote winner, of course. Justin Haley, Chase Briscoe, Jones, Priest, and LaJoy finish out your top 10 finishers. And Josh Bilicki with a very respectable 11th finish considering his competitors. Well, that was a fun open for the All-Star race. The main event is yet to come in just a short amount of time. Be sure to subscribe with that notification bell in order to be notified when that main event does go live. But until then, we can only speculate as to see who will be the winner of the All-Star race here in the APCS. But until then, we'll see you all there.